Welcome to our today's class. Today we are going to see the next part of our chapter number 3, that is the exogenetic process part 1, that is what the chemical weathering. Till now we have seen what is weathering and what are the types of weathering. As we know that the weathering is nothing but the wearing away of stone, or in simple word we can say that the breaking of stone is the breaking of rock is known as the weathering. And weathering having three types: one is the physical, another is chemical, and third one is the biological. Here we can see some pictures. These are the types of weathering, where you can see these are the mechanical type of weathering. Now we have the better idea what is the mechanical weathering and what is the chemical weathering. Let's see some pictures. Here you can see these are the pictures. In this picture you can see that this is the rock, and rock having some reddish covering. Okay, this it is gone in the process of oxidation, and cause of that some oxide layer having on this rock, and this is called as the chemical weathering. Here one more picture you can see this statue having some pores, and this stone having a lot of pores. It's looking like a honeycomb, sorry. And this is what the salt weathering, which is happened at the coastal side. Okay, and this is what the biological weathering, which is caused by the living organisms. So here in this topic in this session we are going to cover the chemical weathering. And chemical weathering having the three types: one is the oxidation, another is solution, and the third one is carbonization. So let's see the chemical weathering. Before going to the chemical weathering, we would like to see some experiment. Here are some activities has given. Here you have to take one glass of water. In that glass of water you just add some piece of chalks, and see tomorrow, it means see on next day, what you will observe. Do you observe any change in that chalks? Do you observe? I think no, there is no change in the color of chalks. See, in the previous day what color chalks has the same colors it having. Okay, see the next experiment. You have to take a few nails in a wet cloth. Okay, you have to keep few nails in a wet cloth, and you have to and keep that nails in that wet cloth for 2 days, and observe what happened after 2 days. Do you see any strain on the cloth? Yes, we are seeing. See here are some strain. And what color of strain that is? That is the red color strain. Okay, what could be the reason behind this? Have you ever think what could be the reason? The reason behind this is a chemical weathering. Okay, now what kind of chemical weathering happen here? This is what one more question. So the chemical weathering here, the oxidation is happened. Okay, see, we can see here water plays an important role in the chemical weathering. In the previous video only we have seen that where the humid region is there, okay, where the rainfall is more, in that region the chemical weathering is very prominent. As we know that rocks are the mixture of many minerals, and water is the universal solvent. Okay, solvent means many minerals get soluble in the water. Okay, and as water is the universal solvent, the solubility of the water gets rise because it having lot of minerals. Okay, and cause of that, where the rocks comes in a contact with water, in this region the chemical weathering is very prominent. Okay, so now let's see. There are three types of chemical weathering. One is the carbonation, next is a solution, you can see here, and the third one is the oxidation. All these three types of chemical weathering we are going to see step by step. Okay, so let's see what is the carbonation. Before going to see the carbonation, I would like to show you one diagram. See in this picture, the rainwater travels through the atmosphere before reaching the ground. Okay, the carbon dioxide in the air, it get mixed with the water. In this process, dilute carbonic acid gets formed. See here, the water is coming down and it is getting mixed with the carbon dioxide in the air, and it form a carbonic acid. And when that water comes down, the many minerals get dissolved in this. See, these are the dissolved minerals. Okay, see here also you can see this is the clean water. When it coming down, okay, now it is getting mixing of some minerals. When it is coming down, it is not as similar with the above. Okay, this is what the chemical change happen over here. Okay, so this is what the carbonation. See, what is the carbonation? The rainwater travel through the atmosphere before reaching the ground. Carbon dioxide in the air get mixed in the water in this process, and the dilute carbonic acid get formed. And the materials like the limestone, when it comes in contact with such acidic water, it get dissolved. See, here is one equation is given with some examples. See, water plus carbon dioxide. Okay, water plus carbon dioxide, what it is making? It is making carbonic acid. See, what is the formula of carbonic acid? It is the H2O plus carbon dioxide is equal to H2CO3. So H2CO3 is nothing but the carbonic acid. And when such water comes in contact with the limestone or with the other minerals, then it get dissolved in the water. This is what the carbonization. Let's see the next topic, that is the solution. Some minerals in the rock get dissolved in water. Okay, as we know that water is a universal solvent and many minerals get dissolved in water, and limestone is formed due to the chemical precipitation between water and alkaline. See here one picture we are seeing. This picture is of the Vadgaon Darya in the Ahmednagar district. The limestone get precipitated chemically. Here you can see that these are the limestone and it gets precipitated chemically, that is undergone the chemical weathering. Okay, this is happened because of the chemical weathering. This is also called as the stalactite and stalagmite. This stalactite and this stalagmite is happened because of the chemical weathering. Now how does it happen? Let's see one experiment, and through this we are just trying to understand what is the stalagmite and how does it happen. Stalactites and stalagmites. In the cave of a limestone region, one will be able to see cylindrical structure of ice, some of the hanging from the roof of the cave and some will be projection upward from the floor of the cave. That is called as stalactite and stalagmites. Now let's try to understand this by one experiment. For the experiment we need of water, 2 glasses, then 2 small nails, Epsom salt, cardboard box, then cotton string and 2 beakers. Take a cardboard box, take out the lid, put 2 beakers along the side of cardboard box, then make a saturated solution of salt. You have to add a salt until the solubility of the water will saturated. Then the saturated solution we will pour on both the beakers, and we will put the cotton string. We will dip the cotton string in that solution with the help of nails. You will see after some time the water will rise up. Here now you are seeing the cotton threads in white color, but after some time the blue color, it will get the blue color. It's showing that water is rising. See, now water is rising, and then it will start dipping at the center, and you will see that it is forming some conical pillar. That pillars are known as stalactite and stalagmite. The upper one is the stalactite and the lower one is the stalagmite. After the evaporation of water, only the salt pillars will remains, and that will be observed in our caves. In our caves, the same thing is happen with the calcium carbonate, because calcium carbonate, it is also a salt, and the salt pillar is happen. Let's see the next topic, that is the oxidation. Oxidation is the process where the addition of oxygen is takes place and the minerals make their own oxide. For example, in our surrounding, we can see that the rocks which having the iron, they comes in a contact with water and make the oxidation process and make their own oxide, and cause of that the rusting, the red layer you can observe on the layer of the rock, that is what the oxidation. The rusting cause the weakening of the rock, and the rock get wear out. Now let's observe some pictures. See, what is this? This is what the rusting. This here you can observe the reddish layer on the rock. This is what the rusting, and it happened because of the oxidation. This is what the oxidation. Okay, you can see here this rock having the reddish layer, and this happened because of the iron in this rock get reacted with the oxygen in the air, or oxygen in the water, sorry, and it make the oxide, that is the ferrous oxide, and cause of that the reddish layer, that is the rust, is appear on this rock. And this is what the oxidation, this is what the chemical reaction.